I'm a tiny bubble. Anyway, so that's that. I'm super sick right now. So we're gonna talk about some random shit. Let's go on Google. Look at the shit that makes the news. I know for sure we're in a recession now because they sell a 2-pack of sugar. Years. Like, you know those Granny Smiths, whatever the fuck they're called at the gas station, those packs for $5 for like, and that's like, basically the less stories the news has that are interesting, you're gonna have to make it darker just to keep people need the shock factor. They need the surprise. Ooh, the world, it's terrible. They're all just giving into the prospect of doom and gloom people get addicted to. It's just business. Like, it's not that it represents the situation of the world. It's that it represents the situation people want the world to be in, because currently the situation of the world is one of non-movement. What destroys contrast destroys movement. When evil is eradicated, we will be immoral. And when good falls, we will become angelic. Only by coming to understand that we are not defined will we bring ourselves into focus. We see cold that which we do not see ourselves in, that which we can't see our brothers and sisters in, that which we can't see humanity in, safety in, warmth in. It feels cold. So it's basically you have a choice between feeling cold or feeling warm, and every emotion falls into one of those two things. And you can feel what's cold and what's not cold. Like, it literally feels cold, right? Point of view of our primordial caveman mind, okay? Being alone, it means you're dead, or it means that your pack is dead. Either way, you are no longer safe, okay? In our caveman mind, we know we are a social species. We only survive socially. So that's our amygdala. And in our amygdala, we all still seek to survive. We're all still searching out, is that a threat? Is this a threat? Am I in danger? We're all still seeking the movement and the discovery that brought us survival in the past. When we were cavemen, movement and discovery and contrast are what created this massive world that we've created. But in this world we've created, we're comfortable. The contrast is gone, okay? In fact, we're so comfortable, it's not comfortable. And the only reason that we're comfortable is because we've detached ourselves from all of the movement. Now we don't have to depend on other people for our own well-being, but now we have to depend on other people for our own well-being more than we ever have, and we don't know who they are. You don't know who baked the bread that you buy at the store, who cut the lumber that you're buying to build your house with. You don't know who is providing you the means to survive. But we are just as entangled and interdependent, as we always have been and always will be. And in our amygdala, we see naturally that the world is not safe, okay? The world is not warm. The world is not comforting, okay? I'm going to give you an analogy. This was a vision that I saw. You're alone in the woods in winter, and you die. You're freezing, and you, as your spirit, you slowly watch your body disintegrate and become part of the earth again. And as I was watching this, I realized that the frozen dirt that I see no humanity in is just as much a human as I am. And when you see that, the premise of loneliness and coldness seems to evaporate, because you realize you're everywhere all at once. Shit. It's when the boundaries of what we do and do not consider real start to become gray and fade that we begin to see ourselves in the world around us. Our amygdala doesn't know how to process this sort of survival, because now we see that we survive even when we don't survive. Death becomes completely non-existent in your mind, and survival becomes secondary. It's assured. That is the comfort that contrast and pain and learning bring. That is what the universe brings, is the cold understanding of warmth. The warmth past the freeze. Not the fire on the ground, but the sunlight in the sky. That is the comfort that the universe provides. But in the modern world, it's so easy to distract ourselves from this comfort, this icy comfort that the universe wants to bring us. Because when we're sad, we can get on social media and distract ourselves. When we're worried, we can watch a comedy and we can laugh at it and we're not worried anymore. Okay? Or we can get high and just simply eradicate the emotions entirely. Maybe you take heroin or whatever. But in the modern world, it's just too easy to ignore the universe. The fucking universe. Everybody's ignoring it. And they think that they have a grasp on what is real because they have become blind to 90% of reality. And now they can understand this thing that they're seeing, so they think they understand reality when they only see a tenth of it. The false comfort that the modern world brings us is just a false comfort. It's not real comfort. It's not the comfort you get from union with the universe, seeing that you are part of the world. It's not real comfort. It's not real warmth. And everybody is freezing because of it. Everybody is becoming cold, becoming unloving, becoming angry. Their vibration is lower because of it. Because they are ignoring the universe. If you stay high all the time, high is not high anymore, and sober is not sober anymore. Basically, that whole idea is just not real. There's not one state of mind that's better than another state of mind. The only thing that makes it seem better, because it's what humans inherently want, it's our core desire, is that it's new, it's undiscovered, and that is what has always led to survival in the past. It makes us feel better because, oh, now there's this thing, there's this beam of light that I can grab onto. And it's the same, but eventually when that newness fades, right, the hope or the light that was bringing also fades. So it's eventually, you realize it's a coping mechanism. Like MDMA users, they frequently complain that the original magic that the MDMA had, that's ecstasy by the way, that it fades. Even if they take a tolerance break and stop using for a really long time, it's just not the same magic anymore. And it's frequently said that is because now they know what it is and they understand it. So it doesn't have that same brand newness. It's not a brand new discovery. Now, in our amygdala, the fact is survival depends on discovery. Okay? But in the modern world, at least for the individual, not as for us as a whole, but for the individual, it would seem that complacency and stillness brings survival. Look at the jobs. You have to work the same job, day in, day out, on the same schedule, eat the same thing, drive the same route to work. There is no discovery. There is no contrast. And we've halted our own evolution and growth and survival. And we can all feel that. With all the distractions we've given ourselves, we can feel that we've halted our survival. We understand that survival in the amygdala, discovery, brand new things, threats, danger, contrast. We understand that those things have diminished. They have become less real. And what has become real is a world full of non-motion, a world full of loneliness, disconnection. We don't feel connected to the people that allow us to survive. We don't even know who they are that allow us to survive. We just buy the products, and the money gets transferred to 15 different people before it reaches them. We feel that our survival net has been taken away. Now, this is all, of course, subjective, okay? I'm a small YouTuber. I think that the reason that there's so much stress and anxiety and difficulty coping and just basic discomfort is really because we can all sense that our method of survival that's worked for millions of years isn't working. And we feel like our safety net has been taken away. We don't feel safe anymore. And we feel very unsafe because what made us safe in the past was having a pack, having a group of people that could fulfill your needs. We're pack animals, or at least herd animals, one of the two. Forget. But basically, that survival mechanism has been taken away. It is made a normal thing that the friends that you had when you were younger, when you developed the strongest connections, it's a normal thing that you become pretty much disconnected from them after school. It's a normal thing to move to a different state and pretty much just get new friends. People in the modern world have been made to seem like an expendable resource, but people are not expendable. Furthermore, our ability to form those powerful connections with people are societally trained to be so weak and so fragile that nobody keeps friends into old age. And yeah, you're not safe if you don't have a pack. That's how it is in history, that's how it is before, that's how it will be, that's how it is now. Or at least that's the way that it always has been. But in the modern world, you can survive. And we can all sense that this isn't survival, that this is artificial comfort. But nobody can put their finger on why that doom and gloom is kind of lurking over. So they give that attention that they need to release somehow. They give it to the news, and they give it to all the crap that they read, and the conspiracies that go on in their head, or whatever the hell else gives them something to worry about because they can't figure out why they're so fucking scared. But since we're consciously aware of this now, since maybe you already knew this and felt it, or maybe I just brought it to your attention, it's very easy to combat the direction things are going and create a new type of survival, a primal one that works outside of society, that requires no pipeline, no constant feed of economical energy to survive. And that's that you find people, you interact with people, and you form bonds with people that will help you survive in a world where survival is made less easy, either physically or mentally. It can assure your survival either way, in either sense. Secondly, you've got to give up the idea that you can be thriving completely independently of your fellow humans, because you cannot. You are a pack animal. Third is to hold on to everything human, everything that makes us human. You got to hold on to that. The reason doom and gloom are so addicting on the news is because there is no sign immediately of impending doom, but we can all feel the walls of Jericho crumbling down, and we can all hear these loud-ass trumpets, and nobody can identify the source of this feeling, but it's because our survival mechanism of interdependence has been washed, made difficult to use, mostly been emotionally scarred to make us bad at forming these connections. Whether this is on accident or on purpose literally is not important, because the trend is we are becoming less human. Humanity is becoming devalued.